Okay, speaking to Canvey Island manager Mark Bentley ahead of the Bedford Town FA Cup replay. Mark, I've just listened to an interview with Bedford manager Gary Setchell. His assessment of Saturday's initial tie was a good close game between two good sides, of which a draw was probably the fair result, although you may be slightly the more disappointed based on the chances in the match. How does that line up against your assessment?
Yeah, I think pretty fair. Two teams probably trying not to lose. I think it was very cagey. If we go on chances created, I think we edged that. I think we've had probably three very good chances, and unfortunately not taken any of them. So it's something. I don't know whether it's a story of our season a little bit, but yeah, we're creating lots, which is good. Can never complain about that. It's just maybe we need to take those chances and make the game a lot easier for ourselves. Obviously, you come a little bit exposed if you don't take those chances, and anything can happen. You could one defensive error, and then you live to rue those mistakes.
And on a day where we didn't take our chances, as you say, it's important that on the other side of the pitch, in which case you don't let any goals in, and the defence looked pretty solid on the day. And I don't think Bobby Mason had a serious shot to save, although you could potentially say the same about their keeper as well.
Yeah, I think so. And listen, it's credit to us. I think we were very good. We're very organised. And to limit a team like them who are quite free scoring at the moment, they've scored a lot of goals in the first 5 or 6 games they've played. So we certainly know the threats, what they've got in their side. But yeah, like you say, that they didn't really create a lot, if I'm honest with you, and that's a real credit to us. Yeah, so we need to go again tomorrow night. It's going to be really difficult. Defensively, we are a little bit light, but I say there's a carrot at the end of it in terms of the next round.
And you say we are a bit light in defence. We've got a few injuries. I know that Rob Girdleston hobbled off in the 96th minute. What's his condition ahead of the match? Is he somebody that's going to be included or potentially included?
I think we're going to be missing Rob for a few weeks, unfortunately. So it's another hamstring injury, which we seem to be picking up a lot of at the moment. Obviously, Connor Hubble, another one. Jay Sivers, he's not right. So yeah, we've got a little bit of a list growing, and we're not the biggest of squads like we've sort of previously mentioned in other interviews and stuff. So I'm fully aware of that, and it's really patching people up who we might be able to get some minutes to tomorrow. And yeah, we'll see what we've got come tomorrow evening.
Sure. One player that's probably got more minutes than he was maybe expecting at this stage of the season is Evangelos. I won't try and say the surname just at the moment. I haven't had quite enough practice yet. And he seems to have adjusted quite well so far from what I've seen. How impressed have you been with his performances?
Yeah, really impressed. He's someone who's come in late to pre-season. He was trialling over at Welling United. So he played a few games for them against some good opposition. I know the assistant over there really well, and he put his name to him and saw that he'd had a little bit of experience a couple of years ago, I think at Holbridge, and we brought him in. And he's attributes wise, he's a good size. He's good on the ball. He's composed. He's bought into the way we want to play in terms of trying to get the ball out from the back and make good decisions. He's still a young lad learning the level. I thought he was excellent against Tilbury. He was probably one. I'd probably put him down as probably man of the match against Tilbury. And he showed again. He was a little bit nervous at the beginning Saturday, but grew into the game. And like I say, he's going to be a big asset for us. He's him, and along with Toby, who we've mentioned a few times, brought in a lot of energy. They're young, and they're the type of lads I want at the football club to go with what we've already got, obviously from last year.
And you mentioned energy. There was certainly a lot of energy off the field on Saturday. A large number of Canvey fans making the trip and making themselves heard in an away tie against good opposition. How important was that on the day, do you feel?
Oh, fantastic. It just shows us what we've got as a club in terms of the backing with the ultras and the other guys who make the effort. And we really do appreciate it. And we heard them in full voice Saturday. Real good party atmosphere. And unfortunately, we couldn't get them that goal to make it even more happier. But no, they're key for what we want to try and do this year. We need that backing. We missed them last year and in some vital games. And obviously with our good cup run we had last year, it was a shame we couldn't share it with them. So listen, we've got targets we want to meet, and the FA Cup is something we want to do well again. And we're going to need them more than anything tomorrow, because we are up against it in terms of numbers wise, but we'll make sure we put something together on the pitch that will make them proud and hopefully get them singing some songs, and we can be good noise after the game.
And finally, the draw was done earlier today, and one potentially familiar foe, one not so familiar, Welwyn Garden City or Mull Barton Wanderers. Obviously, we played Welwyn Garden City quite a few times over the last few seasons in the FA Trophy and in pre-season as well. Not so familiar with Mull Barton. What are your thoughts on the draw?
It's an incentive for us. Like I say, obviously Welwyn being our level, I know lots about them. The manager I know very well, so they're good friends of mine. Pre-season friendly this year didn't go as well as planned, and it could have been a bit more of a nightmare for us. But Mull Barton, I'll be honest with you, don't really know too much about. They've done well, obviously, getting to this this round. And I spoke to the Welwyn guy or messaged him, and he said they were lucky Saturday. So it's a very good incentive for us. It's a good draw that we're at home, and teams will have to travel to us, which is good. Hopefully, get stuck on Canvey Way. But listen, we've got a big job ahead of us tomorrow night first, and that they're a very good team, Bedford, and we know what to expect. And if we can weather a few storms and patches of the game, there's no reason why we can't look forward to another little run in the cup.
Well, thanks, Mark, and good luck for the game.
Thanks, Glenn.